Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning. Welcome to BKP Politics on FYNTV.com. This is my roundup. Now, number 18. Give me 18, and we got to run through some things here. Thank you, Emily. Emily does an amazing job. We do not rehearse the show. Everything is just 8 o'clock and go. So if you don't know that here, what we do is I get up 4 a.m., right? And I start looking at videos and looking at 40 different websites and reading articles and so forth. And I put everything together and I send it to Emily. And there's no chronological order. There's no at 8 o'clock we're going 1, 2, 4, 7, whatever. It's just 8 o'clock. It's go. We're on go, 100%. And just, and I say, follow my lead. So I know that took a while, but every once in a while I want to stop and reflect and take a minute and thank Emily for trying to keep up. And that is, and does an amazing job at it. Iowa governor signs Republican bill restricting voting access into law. So in Iowa yesterday, you see restricting voting access. This is garbage. It's not restricting voting access. No one's in favor of restricting voting access. No one is, okay? But this is how, and this is from NBC News. This is the headline from NBC News, okay? Republicans said the new rules were needed to guard against voting fraud, though they noted Iowa has no history of election irregularities. Okay? Now, we talked about Georgia. I don't want to get stuck there. I want to run through some things that I want you to see. But Georgia, the two bills, HB 531 is the House. So Georgia House Speaker David Ralston will appoint conference committee members. And then SB 241, the Senate bill that passed yesterday, Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan on the Senate side will appoint conference committee members, and they will try to hammer out something they can vote on. Be very careful. Don't give up now. So Iowa governor signed Republican bill, they call it restricting. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds on Monday signed into law a Republican-backed bill that makes it harder to vote early, potentially eroding a key aspect of Democratic campaigns. Republicans in the House and Senate quickly approved the voting changes over the opposition of all Democrat legislators. I'm just showing you this because the governor signed this bill in Iowa, and this is light. What you're hearing is light, the attack. Georgia, it's all in. Democrats don't think they're taking over Iowa tomorrow. Not that they can't win it, but Georgia, they don't want to lose. They took Georgia. Georgia has 2 Democrat senators, and Joe Biden is president. So they don't want to lose it. The fight is on. So I'm giving you an example, okay? Republicans said the new rules were needed to guard against voting fraud, though they noted Iowa had no history of election irregularities and that November's election saw record turnout with no hint of problems in the state. Again, this is an NBC account of the actions in Iowa. Reynolds said election integrity must be protected, claiming the law provides election officials with consistent parameters for election day, absentee voting, and database maintenance. All right, so you can read this article. The law shortens the early voting period to 20 days from a current 29, and just 3 years after Republicans reduced it from 40 days. So you get 20 days to vote. Come on, man. Iowa governor signs Republican bill restricting voting access. No, she did not. You cannot tell me that you can't get your voting completed in 20 days. So be on the lookout. Now, quick very quickly, rapidly. We're going to run through some quick pictures here, okay? Number 19, yes, that's why I'm saying this morning, chain of custody on ballots. You hear the stories out there, 400,000 ballots in Georgia, no chain of custody. I agree with you 100%. But, okay, number 19, Supreme Court denies last Trump challenge to 2020 election. That was out of Georgia, and that was another Linwood lawsuit. It's over there, folks. It's over. We have to get SB 241 and 531 over the finish line to make these corrections. Now, this person here, number 20, Emma Brown. Okay, the Washington Post investigative reporter, Emma Brown, right here. She is the one that broke. Now, keep in mind, this is the woman that broke the Christine Blasey Ford. Remember Christine Blasey Ford from California that made the accusations to Brett Kavanaugh, could not remember the party or anything about it, Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Emma Brown just wrote a book, right? Number 21. And I tell you what, I think I want to write the same book in an opposite way. The Hidden Struggles of American Boyhood. To Raise a Boy, a new book by Emma Brown. That's what we need, is more of people like Emma Brown to raise a boy. The Hidden Struggles of American Boyhood. Well, first of all, making it very quick. First and foremost, a Tonka truck. A Tonka truck. Old Tonka truck. Back, let me just say this, okay? I know I am going to get attacked. Buy a Tonka truck. Buy the Tonka inloader. You know, the inloader. Remember that? I had one, Tonka inloader. Have a pile of dirt dumped in your backyard or sand, okay? And get out there. Put the kid smack in the center of it. Give him a Tonka truck and a dozer, okay? And go get him an hour later. Face all dirty. He's eating a little bit of dirt. Sorry. Number 23, and I'm going to have this in a couple places because I'm running through. Thousands of migrant children in Border Patrol custody. Wow. You mean there's no, the outrage? Why are they writing this story? Why? MSNBC is writing the story also. Why? Coming to the border. Who brought these people up to the border and said, just wait for Joe to get in there, okay? And we'll supply the shirts. Number 25, we've talked about this. They're all over this morning. Georgia Senate passes bill to repeal no excuse absentee voting, okay? Number 26, thousands of migrant children in Border Patrol custody, okay? I like this. The governor of Wyoming, number 27, has lifted mask mandate business restrictions next week. Lifted them, okay? Now I want you to think about, and I want you to read the bottom of this next, I call them bylines, okay? Read the bottom of what CNN puts up here. Number 29. Relief bill, number 29. There you go. Relief bill provides aid to millions of working families. Working families. What's it doing for not working families? Remember, it's working families. Just think about how that's written, okay? Here's the other one. We talked about this morning. Number 30, minority farmers, okay? Talked about that. Now watch this one here. This can lose, you can lose your mind over this. Number 31, Biden's COVID relief bill. Couples earning $96,000 with 2 children. First of all, if you're earning $96,000 a year, I'm sorry, I don't know. That's not bad. That's not bad. 96 a year is not bad with 2 children. Stimulus check. 2 with 2 children, 1,400 times 4, 5,600 buckaroonies. 5,600. Then you get an additional $3,000 for child 1. I told you about that, in a monthly payment. An additional $3,000 for child 2. So you can get up to $11,600. I'm serious, man. $11,600. Reparations. $11,600. Lifting right out of poverty. Now, if you get $5,600 with a family of 4, what the hell are you going to do with that? Now, what I'm waiting for is $5,600 family of 4. All the economic data. So Wednesday, the House is supposed to come back into session tomorrow, okay? And they're going to vote. And then they're going to send it to Joe's desk. And Joe's going to have probably a rose garden. It's going to be big. Joe's going to have a big deal. He's going to make a big deal out of this. He's saving America. So that's March 10th, 11th, probably 11th. Probably going to start seeing checks from the 13th to the end of the month. So I can't wait to see April and May economic numbers. Retail spending up. New car sales up. That's right. Watch and see the numbers when we actually take this, and then they're going to talk about the numbers of how we've rejuvenated. But once it runs out, once the money runs out, the drug money runs out right here, what do you do next? What do you do with the next economic numbers that you need that are not there? But anyhow, watch and see. Number 32, college students or elderly relative. If you have a college student that's a dependent, okay, on your taxes, or an elderly relative, you're going to get $1,400 for them. Kids in college, $1,400 for them. You know the college kids are in there saying, I want my $1,400. You got $1,400 for me. It belongs to me. I'm going to spring break. I'm going to get my party on. You can't make this stuff up. Number 33, Biden's first primetime address set for pandemic's anniversary. Okay? Pandemic's anniversary. The CDC has new guidelines if you've had your vaccination. Number 35. I didn't get into this, but I find this to be an absolute joke. You can visit others who are fully vaccinated indoors. Okay. No need for mask or social distancing. So if you've been vaccinated and your neighbors have been vaccinated, you guys can have dinner again and no distancing, and there you go. Number 38, record number. I wonder, and this is serious. This is a serious question. I wonder if they're getting here in time for COVID relief checks. Now, how come this is not considered, right, a super spreader event, right? I mean, what is it, 9% or 11% coming over the border have COVID? They're bringing it into the country? Yes, bringing it into the country. We stop entries through airports. Yes. We have states. Joe Biden, you have states like, what was it? Andrew Cuomo, New York. You have states that don't want to let people from other states in but you're letting these people in, 9 to 11% testing positive for COVID. Why is this not a super spreader event? Why are we not stopping this at our border? Record number of unaccompanied migrant children held in facilities meant for adults. Nearly half of the children, 1,400, have been held beyond the 3-day legal limit. Ice boxes designed for children. Why is it not a super spreader event? Don't know. Where was I at there? Give me number, let's see what we got here. Number 39, the New York Times. Biden faces challenge from surge of migrants at the border. Biden calls them voters. They're voters. Will they get the check? Are they going to get the check? Well, you know, I say that jokingly. I wish, no, don't misunderstand me here. I wish $14. I wish $1,400 per person coming across the border is all it costs. I mean, I would almost be in favor of giving them $1,400 and send their ass back. Here, get a start back. Yeah, look, you can buy $1,400. You go home, you can buy a house, 30 acres, 2 mules, broke down car. Go home, get the hell out of here. I mean, once we give these people free, you don't have it. Now, if you are white in America, yes, I mean, you can get mad if you want. I didn't do the skin color chart. I did not do it. But if you are white in America, you don't have free health care. Your USDA loans were not paid off. Okay? No. But you've had it in the past, so it's only fair. It's only fair but if $1,400 would be all it takes to get these people out of here, but they're going to get free education, they're going to go to school, they're going to get an attorney, they're going to get medical attention, they're going to get free health care, they're going to get somewhere to live. Yeah, whether you believe it or not. So this right here, you can yell all day long, well, they're coming in and they're going to get the $1,400. I'll tell you what, like I said, I wish, don't misunderstand how I'm putting this. I wish $1,400 is all it costs, because it is costing billions and billions of dollars. But then again, we spend trillions like it's nothing. What the hell? Why am I even bringing it up? It's peanuts compared to what Biden is doing, lifting Americans out of poverty like some superhero. Number 4, record numbers of unaccompanied migrant children held in facilities for adults. Okay. I said 4. I meant 40. My bad. 40, my bad. There you go. Number 41. House likely to vote Wednesday on Biden's COVID relief bill. Okay. Here's one I like. Number 42. We don't have time to go into it. We will talk more about it as the week goes on. Trump vows no more money for rhinos. No more money for rhinos. Instead, encouraging donations to his PAC, his America First PAC, or I forget the name of it. No more money for rhinos. Now, this is big news to some out there, but to me, I'm wondering, these 5 Republicans make me very nervous. What will they do between now and 2022? What will they negotiate? What earmarks will they try to grab to take home? How will they pad their own retirement pockets through the trillions that Joe wants to spend? And how can they steal it and go home? Yeah. Number 43. So Roy Blunt of Missouri became the most recent senator that will not run for re-election. Now, on the top side, I could not be happier. Republican senators not seeking re-election in 2022. Rob Portman, Richard Shelby, Roy Blunt, Pat Toomey, and Richard Burr of North Carolina. I'm I couldn't be more pleased that these people have moved out, and those are actually 5 spots as senator we can move in that are, as the media says, more Josh Hawley type. They're worried about going to the Senate and not the old guard that's leaving. They're really nervous. The media is nervous, believe it or not, that these Republicans are leaving, not that they don't want to replace them with Democrats, but they're in line. These Republicans are in line. You can work with these guys. So I'm wondering, with these 5, what will they sell out for their retirement plan for Joe Biden in the next 2 years before they vamonos, skedaddle, go back home. Number 45. Biden to make first primetime address Thursday to mark 1 year. Don't you love the way this is written? Number 47, because it's only a year ago today. A year ago that things started changing. The first glimpse of the new normal. CDC releases new COVID guidelines for fully vaccinated people. Okay. Number 48. Fully vaccinated people can gather without masks, CDC says. So you can have a vaccinated party, or you can have limitations and guidelines that you can only come in if you've had your vaccination. Now, a couple quick things before we close in the next 6 minutes. I'm going to read in more detail this. This is from Axios, okay? And give me number 49, all right? Now, this is on Axios.com, A-X-I-O-S, Axios.com. How racism and inequality hold us back. The hard truths, okay? The hard truth, our political system has left Latinos, Black, Asian, Native Americans unrepresented in public offices. Axios Hard Truths is a year-long project that explains how racism and inequality hold us back, exploring topics such as voting and education. All right? So, the hard truths, when you click on it there, listen to this very close. If you're white or rich, it's easy to believe that racism is something that ended years ago. Now, we don't think it ended because we live in the real world, in the world as we know it from the beginning of time. There's racist things that happen in one society to the next society, on one continent to another continent. Things have happened and they will continue. Don't you wish the media did this kind of breakdown in like China? Like, why are we dealing with China with all of their human rights violations? But they don't. It's easy to believe that racism is something that ended years ago. So if you and I believe that we were really doing a good job before 2008, BFBO, before Barack Obama. We were doing a good job, BFBO, before Barack Obama, of not looking at skin color, not identifying people by a color chart, and things were progressing in the right direction. Why? It was easy because you're white. Okay? But the hard truth is that's not supported by facts. Our society, institutions, and culture are still filled with barriers that shut out people because of color of their skin, the origins of where they are born, and other factors they can't control. Okay, so filled with barriers, all right? Color of their skin, the origins of where they're born, or other factors they can't control. Now, all of that sentence, when we get in here, we hope it's a deep look. I'm going to look into this, a deep look of the hard truths of what Democrats have done to the Black, the Latino, the Asian communities. How Democrats, okay, now Lyndon Baines Johnson, LBJ, was supposed to lift people out of poverty in the Great Society, okay? So I don't know if you're used to it, and I don't know if in construction, we have built low-income housing, okay? Whether you like the way it's said or not, all right? But drive through America, small town USA, that turned into big town USA, okay? Go through, pull into Plainfield, New Jersey, and you get that 1968 sign. I don't know what year it is, but it's on Route 22 somewhere there, or somewhere in Plainfield, New Jersey. All American City. All American City. Go drive through it today. All American City. You think Republicans turned it into what it is today? Have you been to the projects, the low-income housing units that we built all through this country to lift them out of poverty? It didn't work then. It's not going to work now because the money runs out. So I'm hoping once I dig into this, when it starts talking about the color of their skin, the origins of where they're born, you take inner city in a hospital today. There's a baby child being born, Black baby child, somewhere in an inner city that's going to go home from a hospital today. And that child cannot help where it was born, cannot help. That has no bearing on the color of its skin, and we're not saying anything negative, so don't go attack me. But that child's going home somewhere in projects, possibly, that were created in an environment that child's going to, that Democrats created for that child. And it's very tough for that child to get out of there because Democrats laid that. Don't have time for any more. It's 10 o'clock. I have to be at a meeting. We are going to today go to Fetcher News Facebook page this afternoon. We are going to televise the most dysfunctional. I don't care where you're at in the United States. I'm sorry, I'm not being negative. I didn't do it. I haven't gone to the meetings in a long time, but we're talking about the most dysfunctional city council meeting, Blue Ridge City Council in America. We're going to televise that today, and we will download it immediately onto our YouTube channel. We'll be back tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning. We have a lot to do today. We're getting ready for Football Friday. Thursday, the Fannin Rebels, the Lady Rebels, and Towns County Boys. The Towns County boys team is going to be down in Macon. Towns County Boys going for a state championship in 1A basketball, and the Fannin Rebels, Lady Rebels, going for a 2A state championship banner to bring home to hang in the gym. I'm your host. I'm out of here. See you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.